History of flamethrowers. The earliest device resembling a flamethrower came from the Boeotians. They would put large tubes on the front of their warboats that would spit out Greek fire. Greek fire moved across water and burned enemy boats, but 90% of the time, it would also burn the attackers' boats. Rip in the chat. The next attempt at creating a flamethrower came in ancient China. Around the time of the Mongol invasions, the Chinese had found gunpowder and were going a little mad with power. So, what happens when you combine Greek fire and gunpowder? Introducing the Huo Qi, which roughly translates to fierce fire oil cabinet. Greek fire was placed in the barrel, and gunpowder was placed a little further down. Gunpowder goes boom, Greek fire shoots out, simple stuff. These devices didn't see much use, however, because there was a much better weapon to create out of gunpowder. Guns. After the Chinese, a lot of time passed until someone tried their hand at making another flamethrower. A lot of years later, during World War I, the Germans invented the Flammenwerfer. Its use was restricted to the trenches, unless someone could heave it around in no man's land, which was very rare. Cut to World War II. World War II was the prime time for flamethrowers. The Germans invented the Flammenwerfer 35. It was made much lighter, meaning that we finally had a portable flamethrower. Albeit, it was still incredibly heavy, but much lighter. Still during World War II, the Einstossflammenwerfer 46 was invented, a much lighter but much weaker flamethrower. It ran out of fuel very quickly, but saw wide use in World War II for some reason. Then, during the Vietnam and Korean Wars, the US said, "Screw it, tank flamethrower." Thus, the M132 armored flamethrower was invented. I don't think there's anything as intimidating sounding as a tank flamethrower. Also, why do these names keep getting more complicated? Anyway, the US also invented the most modern version of the flamethrower, the M97. It's the flamethrower you think of when you think of flamethrower. What's sad is that they never really saw military use. They burned the users and ran out of fuel very quickly. You couldn't just spray it all willy-nilly, you had to shoot it in short bursts. Also, who would you shoot first on impulse? The guy with a normal gun or the guy with a flamethrower? Overall, flamethrowers never really saw much use. From burning down their own ship, to being useless short-range weapons, to putting a massive target on the user's back, flamethrowers have always stuck out as a cool but useless weapon. And now you can all thank me for not making a terrible lit joke. Have a nice day, everybody.